This is a famous quote, I would say, by a famous philosopher that's really old named Rene Descartes. Now, what cognito ergo sum means is I think, therefore I am. And this term initially was made saying that he was the first to state that humans were the only species that had self-awareness. For example, if there's an owl or a hawk of some kind that's flying over, that bird is aware of its surroundings. If it catches prey, such as a mouse, it's aware of that prey. But as an individual, it does not have self-awareness of that. Now, many disciplines of science oftentimes will extrapolate and study upon this, and my discipline is no different. I'm a student of biology, but I extrapolated this not only of realizing that yes, as human beings we are self-aware, but are we aware enough of other things to be knowledgeable? I think that society has taken away a lot of the basic things that we're supposed to learn about. Survival. We have been taught to be untaught. Do you understand? We've been taught to be stupid, and to be reliant. For example, if an apocalypse happened, okay, I'm one of those that believe in a zombie apocalypse. Eventually, it could happen. But if you're not one of those, let's just say that a virus came out, okay, broke loose. Human beings are such social creatures compared to every other living thing on this planet. Complex living things, bacteria don't count because they grow in colonies, so there's a lot of those. But theoretically speaking, it would wipe out masses. And whenever I'm talking about masses, I'm talking about, I'm going to say probably over 75% of our population on this planet as a whole will be gone. So, if you were to be one of those lucky few that were not ate by the zombies or were not affected by the virus, would you know what to do? Could you survive yourself? Could you take care of your family? Well, most times the answer to that question is no. Because we have been taught to be untaught. We have been taught to be reliant upon other things other than ourselves. We no longer see ourselves as individuals. We are self-aware, like we know that we're individuals, but we rely on everything else. One thing that I've learned greatly throughout my life, which by the way, I haven't been living that long, I'm only 24, but I got an old soul, so nature teaches us a lot. My main goal with my videos is that, number one, I'm going to be a biology student. My main goal for my career is to become the next Jane Goodall or the next Jeff Corwin. I mean, I eventually will teach in a college, but my main goal is to teach the masses. So there will be a lot of wildlife segments that I do. I figured to learn from this and what's the best way to teach people, better people to try it out on than the general public. Hey, and then maybe somebody that's a producer might see me, think it's cool, and then I'll get my own show. Who knows? But that's one of my main goals. My other one, which I'm extremely passionate about as well, is pioneering and self-sufficiency. okay? You've got to know how to take care of yourself. Me and my husband, we're both kind of pioneer people. We both have the same type of interest. We like to get down to basics. And a lot of people don't even know what the basics are nowadays. The things that I would like to teach you through these videos are things such as canning, baking, gardening, and foraging. That's probably one of the most things that has been forgotten is foraging. A lot of people looked at me crazy just last week whenever me and my husband were going picking sand plums. Nobody knows what sand plums are anymore. I live in Oklahoma. We're like zone 6 or 7, I think. And it really surprises me that no one knows about natural foods that are out there anymore. And nobody forages. I can't remember not even one time that I talked to somebody around my own age that actually knew what I was talking about, whether it comes to canning or making my own bread or, going out to pick sand plums or persimmons or blackberries, or even wild muscadines that grow. It's the older generation that know these things, and the younger generation doesn't. And the things that I like to do, such as canning at my own garden, it's basically, especially the canning portion, food preservation, I'm going to say as a whole, because I don't just can. I dehydrate and everything like that. It's a dying art. And that particular thing to preserve food is so important because if something bad were to happen, even if you did know how to garden and hunt and fish, like me and my husband do, if you don't know how to keep the food, how are you going to survive through the winter? And this is a big dilemma that a lot of people are going to face unless they learn. And that's one of my main goals, is to show the youth exactly how to do XYZ in a step-by-step thing. Now, I had nobody teaching me. I was a self-taught person. My mom didn't know how to do it. So I'll also give helpful tips, if I can remember them, to make the transition a little easier as far as learning how to do these things. Another one of my goals is natural and holistic living, such as household cleaners, cooking, gardening, which I've already said. But the thing is that the more you know, the more self-sufficient that you are. There are so many chemicals that they put in our canned foods nowadays that it's making cancer rates just absolutely explode, and a lot of really, really bad things. The list goes on and on about the chemicals, but whenever you look at a canned food that you buy in the store, when you turn it over, you should not be able to pronounce what's on the label. Seriously, and that's why I try to grow and can as much of my own food as I can, and it'll make you feel good from the inside out, knowing that you grew something, you canned it up, you know exactly what's in that, and you don't have to worry 10 years from now that you're going to get cancer and that your kids, are going to be parentless. You don't got to worry for that. So anyways, I guess that's about it. I really invite you to check out my videos as I make them. I don't have any up just yet, but I plan on doing my first one today. And I'm just going to kind of be making them along as I go. It might be stuff that I already know and that I'm just redoing, or it might be stuff that I'm learning also. As I said, I'm a biology student, so I'm learning about a lot of things. But I'm also a student of life. So all the things that I like to do as far as preserving the pioneer state of where we used to be before people were so reliant on big businesses and kind of just going nonchalant through life and kind of letting things happen without cross-checking and questioning. That's kind of going to be what I'm going to be doing. So I invite you to subscribe as I go, and if you have a better way to do things, I invite you to comment and let me know, because I'm learning just like you would be. Alright, thanks. Oh, by the way, I'm Brianna Smith. Forgot to even say my name. Okay, so I'm Brianna Smith. Like I said, I'm 24. I'm from Choctaw, married. I have a stepdaughter. No children of my own just yet. I live in an apartment, and I have a garden at my parents' house. So some of my videos will be stuff that you can do at an apartment, because I've noticed that there's a lot of excuses that I can't grow XYZ because I'm living in an apartment. Well, you can. That's not true. You can grow things, and I'm going to show you how. And if you actually do have a little spot of land, then I'll show you how to grow stuff there too. So, yeah, I think that's about it. Okay, y'all have a nice day, and please subscribe. Bye.